Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Johnna and I'm sitting outside my house today in my car. My dog was kind of wanting to play and do, what dogs want to do. And I was having a hard time videotaping. So this video is about my journey on my 9th week of taking Mounjaro, and it's been a journey. I have before and after pictures. Okay everyone, I need to let you know something. I'm not a doctor. I haven't gone to medical school. I really only know my experience from taking this medication. If you are considering taking this medication, anything I say makes you think like maybe it's something you want to try or give a shot, make sure you reach out to your medical professional and get their opinion. That's what matters, that you're getting the proper diagnosis and medication from your doctor who went to medical school and knows these drugs. And if it's something you want to do, talk to them. They'll be able to walk you through how to take it, what to do, and any side effects you may come up with, they'll be able to help you through them. They'll be able to take the tests you need along the way to make sure you're staying healthy. But I can only give you my experience and why I love this so much and how it's helped me so much. So I'm here to share my journey with you. And I hope in the end, it helps you in any way possible. If you're new, welcome. I appreciate you stopping by. I typically do shopping videos and I've stopped doing those for a period of time here because everything was getting to be a little too much. But I want to continue to post my weight loss journey and share that because I think that it may help somebody. And for me, this weight loss journey is life and death, okay? It's my health. And if you struggle with obesity, you probably know what I mean. I want to ask you a favor. If you find value in this video, please like the video so other people can see it and consider subscribing because I want to continue to post throughout my journey of this weight loss. If one person finds value in it, that's what I want to do. I want to help. So let me tell you what's been going on. I started on this journey on August 1st, and I started taking Mounjaro, and it was a 2.5 dose. I took that for 4 weeks. I got my doctor to increase it to 5, and just so you know, my doctor prescribed this back in the end of May and my insurance didn't cover it. There's a whole big long thing. If you want to understand how I did get my insurance to finally cover it, I can go through all that. Bits and pieces come out when I talk about my journey, but they did finally approve it. And I am so happy and thrilled that they did because my copay on this is $47 a month. Now they only approved it for 4 months and I just picked up my last box of 4 pens for $47. I got the 5 again. Now I've had a full box of 5 that I used from week 5 to week 8, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then week 9 and 10, which I am in week 10 now, but week 9 and 10, and this is my update on week 9 that's complete. 10 I'm in the middle of. I'm also on 5, and 11 and 12 I'll be on 5, and then 13, 14, 15, and 16 I may be on 5 too. I did pick up my prescription And I paid that $47, but I don't know if I'm starting to get a little bit of food noise. I feel like I am, but you know, it's not back full blown, thank God. But yeah, so I'm going to talk to my doctor when I see her. Now, my insurance only covered it for 4 months, so I don't know if they want tests and stuff. I am going to a new doctor, and she's going to be running tests, so hopefully they'll be happy with those tests when they come back, and they'll continue to allow me to get it. It'll be a higher cost for the remainder of the year because I'm in what they call the donut hole on Medicare, and I will have to pay a higher amount, but it won't be anywhere near what I would have to pay if I had to pay out of pocket. You know, it's really a struggle for me when money is the main component of this medication, because our health should be the main component. Our welfare should be the main component. A lot of European countries get this for $50 to $200 a month. Now, I know my 47 is in there, but I had to jump through hoops to get it, and I don't know how long I can have it. So, Eli Lilly, help us make this affordable. And if you are on this drug and you are getting it through a compounded, I don't know if you realize the FDA just ended the shortage on the Mounjaro and Zepbound. Now, Wegovy and Ozempic still have a shortage, so you can still get semaglutide through a compounded, but the Tirzepatide you have to not go through compounded anymore. I don't do compounded, so I don't really have all the information on that, but I'm thinking if my insurance doesn't cover it for the next month that I haven't gotten yet, for the 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th month, I will have to go to a compounded. And will I be able to? It's a question. I don't know. I'll cross that bridge when I get to it. Oh, I also am happy to report that I did an interview with Laraine Durham, one of the 2 people that have the channel, The Downsized. Her and her husband, Christopher, run the channel, The Downsized, and they put out videos like all the time. And Christopher is really passionate about keeping up with that news. And Laraine just has such a joyful, funny sense of humor. And I relate so much with her and what she's gone through and her take on a lot of things. So if you have a chance, make sure, if you haven't already, you watch that channel if it interests you, and let them know I sent you over there. And then look at the interview I did with Laraine on her channel. We had a nice talk, and I really enjoyed it, and I'm committed to go back and talk to her again when I get to my goal weight, which is a little ways away, I gotta tell you. But I'm gonna get there, because this journey just keeps going. It doesn't really stall, or it hasn't stalled for me. And if it does stall, I'm thinking it's gonna be a different kind of stall than I had on other weight loss journeys, and you know, between keto and Weight Watchers and all the things I've done, even my gastric bypass. The main component that is different in this one isn't the appetite suppression, isn't the eating healthy, isn't the amount of exercise I'm doing. It's the head noise. And if you don't know what head noise is, the next time you're thinking about food, what you're going to eat, what sounds good, a commercial comes on TV, the chips are calling out from the pantry, the ice cream's calling out from the freezer, or whatever it is that you indulge in. Chocolate, cake, cookies, chips, sugar drinks. Did I say candy? I don't know if I said candy, but being close to Halloween, that's a good one to talk about. I don't even care about any of them. Is that weird? That's weird, because I'll tell you right now, with my extreme couponing, I would have already picked up several bags of candy. And my excuse would have been Halloween's coming, and they're on sale, and they're a good deal, and we gotta have them in the house. We gotta have them in the candy bowl. And I would have already eaten several bags of candy. One here, one there, and we don't even get trick-or-treaters. I live in a senior community. We don't even get trick-or-treaters, but just in case somebody comes by, I want to make sure I have something for them. OMG. Anyway, I haven't bought any candy, by the way. I haven't felt like it. And if I did, I'd buy something like a Quest. You know, Quest has like a peanut butter bar, or I did have a Quest cookie one day. I ran in and I wanted to get something with protein, and I ran into like a Circle K or a Quick Stop or one of those. And I thought, you know, I got gas, and I thought, I gotta have something to eat. All of a sudden, I thought, I gotta eat something. I haven't eaten anything all day. And I wanted to get a protein bar or something. So I saw a peanut butter cookie that was, I don't know, 13 grams of protein or something in it, 20 grams. I don't know, it had a lot. And I thought, I'll eat that. And I also was looking for something that didn't cost me, you know, $7. So I picked up this Quest, I think it was a peanut butter cookie. And not because I was craving a cookie, just I needed the protein. So I grabbed that. And yeah, so that's the only cookie I've had on this journey. I don't really buy cookies or chips or any of that stuff anymore. And if I wanted it, I'd have it. It's not a matter of depriving. It's a matter of, I don't feel like it. I just don't even feel like it. Is that crazy? Have you ever been able to say you don't ever feel like a snack food? Chips or cookies or donuts or cake or ice cream or sweet drinks? Wow. Okay. So I started on August 1st, and I have lost about 2 pounds a week, pretty consistently, maybe a little bit more if I averaged it out. So in week 9, and that's where I'm going to update you, I've done this every week, so if any of my other weeks interest you, they are in the playlist. You're welcome to go watch them. I encourage you, if this is something you want to do, because in every video I talk about something different. In this week, I took the 5 dose of the Mounjaro in a pen. Oh, and you know what? I actually brought one out here in the car because I thought I'd show you. This is the actual one I took, and you can see it says unlock and locked. So you turn it to unlock. You got to take this cap off, and then you hold it on your skin and you press down, and the pen puts the medication in, and then the that's so weird, maybe it's I don't know, there we go, and then the spring will come down, and when the spring comes down, it is dispensed and you can't undo it. Okay, I mean, you can't make the spring go back up. It has the medication in there. When it's gone, it's gone. Okay, this is very simple. If you go to compounded, you have to actually draw it out of the small bottle they give you, vial, and inject it yourself with a small needle, much like people do if they have diabetes and they have to give themselves an insulin shot. These are very easy, much easier, but the costs of these are much higher if you don't get coverage on insurance. And the cost of the pen for Eli Lilly, or if you use Novo Nordisk, Ozempic, or Wegovy, the pens are very expensive for the company too, so that's adding the cost to what's going on, but not by $1,000. These, my prescription is $1,238, I think, and that's a lot of money. A lot of hands are involved in medication in America, and there's a lot of people taking a piece of the pie. So I know that the Senate hearing that Bernie had is shown on several channels, and you can follow along. I did with On the Pen. I went to that channel and I followed along on the hearing with them, and you can hear what was said and you can draw your conclusions on who's benefiting from this. A lot of people are benefiting and making billions of dollars. Billions. And I don't mean over years and years. I mean in like 1/4 of a financial statement, billions of dollars. And it's just going to grow because more and more people are finding out that this is a solution to a disease that people have called obesity. And obesity isn't just eating too much, sitting around watching TV. Obesity is a real disease that people suffer from. And when you take this medication, you understand obesity a lot more, because it is the obsessiveness in your brain that is telling you to eat something. There's a switch that isn't going on when it's supposed to, or going off when it's supposed to. So this is a peptide. It's a hormone that releases something in your body that tells you you're full or you're not hungry. And it's not like taking, like if you ever had Fen-Phen or any kind of appetite suppression where you feel like you're like on speed, you're jittery, and this isn't like that. You don't feel like hyped up or jittery in any way. You feel normal, except you're not hungry unless you're hungry. And you're not thinking of food every minute of every day. Everything revolves around food. And when you're bored, when you're not happy, when you are happy, you know, you're out having fun, you're sitting home alone sad, food always enters in. Well, with this, it doesn't. It allows your brain to shut it off and say, relax. It's okay. For instance, are you someone that always worried about getting your fair share? When your mom cut things for you and your sisters and brothers, did you always kind of size it up on who was going to get the biggest piece and why did they get that piece? And theirs is bigger than mine, and yada, yada, yada. Or how about the fact that somebody takes something off your plate, like a French fry, or took a bite of something that was yours, and you're like, hey, whoa, get your own. Or have you gone to a buffet and piled a lot of stuff on because you wanted it all, but you knew halfway through you weren't going to be able to eat it, and you'd have to waste it? Or worse yet, you ate it rather than waste it. So, yeah. So instead of throwing it in the trash, you put it in your mouth and you become the human garbage disposal. Okay. So anyway, that's kind of what this medication does. It doesn't make you feel like you're speedy or jittery or anything like that. It just makes you feel like you're not obsessed about food. If you're not hungry, you don't have to eat. Food will always be there, even though these things you knew as an adult especially. If you wanted something, you could go get it. But there's something in our mind that just, I don't know, we're broken, and it's a disease. So stop shaming yourself that you're not strong enough, you don't have the willpower, you're any bad name that I can think of that you've been called because you couldn't put your fork down and you're a glutton. Stop with the negativity. You're fine. You just have a disease called obesity, overeating, obsessive compulsive, whatever you want to label it. This medication, along with Zepbound, Ozempic, and Wegovy, help that. They help it. And don't be afraid of it. I know there are side effects. I've had them. I've had constipation. I've had constipation and diarrhea. And I know some people don't want to talk about it, but I've had both. But it's okay. It's okay. The other thing is, I've had nausea. That's the one I got on 5, when I started taking this one, the 5. 5 milligrams. The first time I took it, I got really nauseous for like 2 days. And not to throw up kind of nauseous, but nauseous. And I got over it, and it eased as the week went on. The next week when I did it, I think I got mildly nauseous for maybe 1 day or something. I don't really remember. I know I had a COVID shot, so that triggered who knows what too. And but I don't anymore. I don't get nauseous, and I'm making sure I'm keeping my protein up. That's my main goal, keeping my protein up, to keep my muscle mass and to stay healthy. But I don't really feel like junk food. If I felt like it, I'd eat it. Trust me. I don't feel like it. I feel like eating whole, healthy food. It's weird. Okay, let's get to the numbers and the pictures. I'm going to give you my before and after pictures. And one is from about 2 years ago, when I was standing out in front of my house. My sisters are in the picture with me, but I cut them out. And I am in the second picture wearing the same shirt. And this was about 4 or 5 days ago, right before I had, or actually, about 5 days ago, right before I had my talk with Laraine Durham on the Downsized. And I'll put a link to that in the description if you want to go watch it, because I wanted to send her before and after pictures, even though that's only 8 weeks, so, or 9 weeks, almost 9 weeks. It was 8.5 weeks, and I had been down, I was down 28.2, no, I was down, 28.2 pounds. I talked to her, it was a little bit more than that, but anyway. So on 10/3, so that's 2 months and a little bit, it's 9 weeks, I was still taking the 5 milligram dose of Mounjaro. I took the shot for week 10 in the right side of my stomach, and on week 9, I took it in the left side of my stomach. I weighed 209 pounds, 0.4, and that was down 1.2 pounds. And a total of 29.4 pounds. Now that is including, because it's down 22.4 pounds on Mounjaro for 9 weeks. So if you figure that out, I'm losing a little more than 10 pounds a month and 2 pounds a week. And I lost 7 pounds, if you hear my story. I lost 7 pounds before I started, while I was waiting to get approved, and I didn't think I was going to get approved is what it was. So I started riding my bike, and I started doing everything I could. I started trying to eat right. But if you've ever done this, if you've ever done, well, and if you're watching this, you probably have dieted. I don't know if anyone hasn't dieted, but there's a difference between white knuckling it and having it come off. Having it just come off because you're doing the right things, not because you have to, just because you are. Anyway, I lost 7 pounds. So that puts me down 29.4. Now, I'm going to tell you, I'm still losing from this time. And happy to report, I am about 3-4 days away from updating you on week 10. And hopefully we'll have great news. I do weigh myself every day. But I give you the weight I am on Thursday, because Thursday morning's when I take my shot. So each week I give you the weight. I weigh myself every morning when I wake up. And I'll lose a pound, and then I'll go up a half a pound. And then I'll lose another pound, and I'll go up a half a pound. But, you know, that fluctuation is water. I'm drinking a lot of water, and I'm getting rid of a lot of water. So I weigh myself every morning when I get up. Go to the bathroom, I weigh myself. Before I eat, usually I'll take my medication. I take medication in the morning for thyroid. Usually I'll take my medication, then I'll weigh myself. So yeah, I do drink a little water before I weigh myself. But I weigh myself the same time every morning when I get up. And then I start my day. But I only give you the weight I am on the day of my injection. Now, if I go up because, I don't know, I haven't been able to go to the bathroom, or I had a lot to eat the day before, or whatever it was, I give you the weight on Thursday. It's not always my lowest weight, but it is consistently my Thursday weight. So far, it's been less than the Thursday before, so that's great. So I've lost every week. I've just lost. And I expect next week to be the same story. So I hope you enjoy the before and after pictures. I hope you enjoy the information that I give you on my journey. I hope if there's any motivation or passion or desire to make you feel like this is worth it. I feel it's changed my life. I've had gastric bypass, but like I said, the head noise didn't go away, and I do feel like this is going to solve my problem. And when I get to my ideal weight, I'll still be on this medication. I just won't be on it at a high enough dose to have me lose weight. I'll be on a dose to help me maintain the weight I've lost and not yo-yo back and gain it. So yes, I do feel this is a lifelong drug, and that's something that you may or may not want to do. A lot of people go on this and they do go off it. And, you know, I imagine some people go off it because they reached their goal. And I believe some people go off it because they can't afford it. So I'm hoping that's not my situation. I'm hoping that the drug manufacturers will find a way to make this affordable for people, because this is life-saving, and this isn't a game. I know drug companies have a lot of research, and I know drug companies are a business. But I hope somewhere along the line we can realize that this is life, these are lives in Eli Lilly's hands, in Novo Nordisk. So please know that I wish you the best. If you decide to take this, I wish you the very best on your journey. And if you have any questions for me or concerns, let me know down in the comments. I'll be more than happy to comment back to you. And if you're new here, let me know down there. Say, hey, I'm new, and I will welcome you with open arms. Okay, you guys, I hope you're having a great day, and I hope you're having a wonderful journey, whatever it is. And I'll see you in the next one. Talk to you soon.